the last couple years, since he became a Playboy, not as consistent, not as dedicated to off-season training as he was before. His trainer, Andrew's one of the best in the business. Travis is on the right track.
So you'd mentioned this earlier. I didn't realize how much weight he had lost. So I didn't realize Travis Kelce was playing at 250 last year. Mm-hmm. Now he's down 25 pounds.
Good.
She's listed him last year at 250. Said he could enter his age 36, down at 225. Last year caught 97 passes for career low in yardage, 823, and touchdowns 3. His 823 were fewest since 2014 when he made his NFL debut. How much of a difference do you think that's going to make, and what kind of season do you think he's going to have this year?
He's going to have a great season. You'll see that quickness come back, especially at that weight, and his body won't be as sore as you get through the season. As you get older, you can't gain more weight. You have to, especially as a receiver, tight end, you have to be able to move, and that's what you start to compromise when you start adding weight to your frame. It starts to play on your ligaments. It allows you to be sore after, and your ability to recover faster. If you play on a Thursday night, you play on Thanksgiving, you play Christmas, something like that, your body is feeling it compared to when you're eating right, you're under your prescribed weight or right at your prescribed weight. And part of that is South Florida.
Yeah.
He's been down here for a couple months. He's renting a house, him and this lady, Taylor Swift. They're in Royal Palm, right down the street here. He's training with my guy Andrew over at Johnny O's gym. And we originally trained him when he left Cincinnati to come into the NFL. So he came down for his pre-combine training. So he's been coming back and forth throughout his career. Now, the last couple years, since he became a Playboy, not as consistent.
Correct.
Not as dedicated to the off-season training as he was before. And that's when he turned a page back. You could see him down at the hockey game the other night just because he's living down here, and he knows it works. His trainer, Andrew's one of the best in the business. I've been knowing Andrew over 20 years. He got his first job working at my facility. So Travis is on the right track.
I'll tell you what, when you come down to southern Florida from somewhere cold, you realize your shirt comes off a lot. When you're a dude, you realize you can't wear 3 layers of clothing, and you realize you don't
he'll
hide
be
a
in
lot.
amazing shape when he gets to training
you,
camp.
when he's walking around out there.
Oh, yeah.
In a row pop.
No, he's going to be tight.
Doing his thing.
Big year.
What was your ideal playing weight?
My ideal playing weight was typically around 204.
What was the heaviest you ever were, like, in the NFL, you think?
I got around 214 when the creatine and stuff became popular.
Yeah.
And I dang on strained my quad running in the open field, and immediately it popped in my head. Soft tissue, creatine, muscles retaining water. So that was my last bit with that, and then I dropped right back down. I dropped right back down to between 204 to 207.
Got it. And when you were what was
194 in college.
194 in college. So when you look at how hard has he had to work to drop 25 pounds?
I would say it's the discipline. It's the eating.
Because what do you eat when you're trying to drop that kind of weight? Tell people what are you eating? How many calories?
Well, you're eating. It's not necessarily a matter of the calories, depending on his workout, and if you're lifting weights and you're running, you're doing drills and everything. You got to put some calories in you, but you got to eat a lot of fish, a lot of chicken, a lot of sweet potatoes, a lot of salads. You got to keep yourself hydrated. You got to at least drink 120 ounces of water a day. That's a huge part of the digestive, the sleeping. You got to take care of your body. You got to get massages. You got to get sleep. And, you got to have a woman to love you the right way. That's
important.
Yeah,
that's about not nutrition, but that's important.
I want to break some records.
That'll definitely work. He's got one of those. How about I saw a guy the other day playing the league for a minute. I was asking about his weight, his offensive lineman. How hard do those dudes work to keep that weight on?
Well, it's a trick because when you get to training camp, you want to be in good shape, but with the weather, you're going to lose some weight.
Yeah.
And then you're also lifting weights. A lot of it has to do with your weight training, calorie intake, and making sure that you're lifting heavy enough, because in the off season you lift heavier than you do during the season. Off season is to put on gain strength. Season is to maintain what you already gained in the off season. That's the trick to it.
A lot of work.
Yes.
A lot of discipline.
Yes.
Can't be out drinking.
I mean, you can
shit.
be. You can be. There are people out drinking. There are people out don't have good. But you marginalize your ability. Like, is that the best version of yourself? And then you have guys that are taking care of themselves, the Kobe's, LeBrons, and they are eating the right stuff. And then when they finally figure out the eating and the sleeping and how important that is to the overall performance, that's when you got a problem on your hand.
Who do you think, when you played in the league, would have been a bigger problem had they been more disciplined with shit like that?
Well, the number one guy is Lawrence Taylor.
He would have been.
Yes.
He'd have been more of a problem than he was.
Well, absolutely. It's well documented.
Yeah. But he was already think about that.
Right. And I think one of the things, smart things with Randy Moss, just like a lot of other people, he ate a lot of junk food, not a lot of structured eating. Once he figured those things out, the hydration, and started lifting, like, you become so much even more explosive. So I think that's a natural thing that you see. People start seeing that, man, you can have your own chef. Man, I got to eat foods with less grease, less processed food, less fast food. That's the corner that they're trying to take with Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State. His freshman year, that's all he ate was junk food, garbage, and everything. So
he ate like that last year,
yes,
and still performed like that last year.
Yes, that's what Meaike, the strength coach, that's what he told me. Like, I don't know how good he can be.
That's scary for everybody, except Ohio State.
So you could see this offseason that I could see. I was there at a few practices. You could see that the meals that he had selected, the things he was selecting, and then they pointed out that they believe that that's going to be one of the hidden gains in his game is his eating.